We back. Little technical difficulties. We back up on top of things. Pause. Wait for y'all to rejoin. Now let's talk about the numbers. Back at it. Ego, you have gay. I also have block for you, my friend. Yo, fresh stream, hit the like button. Let's get it cracking. We back. Oh shit. Something fell out of my mouth. I got a mint and it fell out of my mouth. Yeah, we're not dealing with this stupid shit. So let's talk about the poll. Listen, I encourage you guys all, vote how you want to vote. I don't give a shit. Go to my poll at Boxingego on Twitter and vote. Vote for it. Vote for how you want to vote. See, when you real, you don't have to falsify nothing. I don't have to tell people who to vote for or whatever. The people are gonna do what they want to do. But these numbers, wow. These numbers. We gonna get to the bottom of it. I promise you. Oh, some of y'all are retweeting. Y'all retweet this. Let's go, man. I'm trying to go viral with shit. We already got more votes, and the numbers will astonish you. It's going up. It's already going up. It went up a whole % already. Damn, homie. You gotta do something, baby. See? We get results, man. Asking random strangers in New York ain't doing shit. Unless, like, because realistically, if we're gonna do that, ask them some more boxing pop quiz and trivia. What up, Gracie Poo Poo? Gracie Poo. Asking random people that don't, like, unless you prove to me you know boxing, which a lot of people don't, and that you follow boxing, I don't care if you don't know who Wilder is or Joshua is. It literally means nothing. It means nothing if you're not even into the sport. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really watch, you know, when they have those poker tournaments on ESPN, I don't really keep up with that. I don't even know how to play poker. I forgot, right? So there could be a top poker player. I don't know who the fuck he is. You know what I mean? So if they ask me about it, I'd be drawing a blank too. Like, who? Dan Bilzerian? Even though I know who that is, but you guys get the point of the analogy. How does this compare to how Will Wilder is known? What's your question? Ladarius, what's your question? I don't get it. How does what compare? You have to do a better job of phrasing your question. We working. Man, it's going down. Down, down, down. I'm telling y'all. See, this is what happens. This is what happens. I'm gonna show y'all. I promise you, before this is over, I'm gonna show you the power of the internet. And I'm not talking about before this stream is over. I'm talking about before this year is over. Y'all gonna see the power and the wrath of the internet. The internet is no joke. It's a powerful vessel, powerful tool, right? And that's just what it is, and that's what it's gonna be. just wanted y'all to stare in that man's face for a minute. A moment of silence. I mean, what else? What don't you want? What don't you guys want about the fight? Both took care of their mandatories. Got him out of there. Stoppage. Obviously, Wilder had the more impressive stoppage. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to do real tests, don't ask random people in New York, because anyone could do that. I could ask people, just film my camera. Like, anyone could do that. And I told you my thoughts on Tyson Fury. He's good for the division, but he has to come back and show people stuff. We don't know. We don't know what he's doing. We don't know what he's gonna look like. We gonna get the answers. Trust me. We gonna get the answers. And see, like, the thing that's irritating to me is a lot of people are parading around like real boxing fans. They're acting like they're real boxing fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm just a fan of this sport. But if you're a fan but you don't want to see a fight, it's not like you in the fight. Why wouldn't you not want to see that? It's a good fight. So keep voting. Bottom line is this, as far as I'm concerned, there are no two bigger names with momentum, all things considered, other than Wilder Joshua right now. And if you say Tyson Fury, jump off the nearest bridge. I mean, never mind. Don't take that, because someone's gonna do it and blame me, and I'm gonna get sued. So don't jump off a bridge. Just cut your hair and staple it to your back. How about that? Because it was. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy to me. And real, from a real, I like Tyson Fury, I like Joshua, I like all the heavyweights, Wilder. And the thing is, I would much rather watch stylistically Wilder Joshua, because I know they both got power. They both got so much power. Tyson Fury don't got pop like that. So if he were to fight Joshua, he's gonna try to do like he did with Tyson. You know what I mean? He's gonna box him, use his length and movement, different stuff like that. If what everything y'all hate about Wilder or claim to hate, Windmill Wilder, that's what Joshua's gonna have to deal with, and Wilder's gonna have to deal with the technique of Joshua and the power of Joshua. You know what I mean? So if you get too wide with the punch, Joshua might come in with something shorter. So to me, stylistically, Joshua Wilder is a much more fan-friendly fight. As far as I promise you, I'm not a hater. The Klitschko Fury fight, I had the biggest expectations for it, and at the end of it, I was still let down. Like, I was like, wow, I expected a lot more from that. Like, here's a case in point. Joshua versus Klitschko, or Klitschko versus Fury. Which fight can you watch, play back and watch multiple times? Do you know what I'm saying? Which one can you watch? I literally have never ever went back to watch Fury Klitschko, but I did with Joshua Wilder. I showed my dad, and he was like, wow, Joshua Klitschko, wow. Right? But I've literally never watched the fight with Fury and Klitschko again. And I'm not taking away from Fury. He can say he's the only person that beat him in 10 years. But the shit was still slow paced. Klitschko wasn't willing to go for broke. Props to Fury for making it like that, but it wasn't an instant classic. You know what I mean? That's like saying Joseph Parker versus Hughie Fury was the best heavyweight fight you've seen. It's not. It's not. Damn Ray Charles glasses. Oh, fuck it. It's gonna be, I'm gonna make it do what it do, baby. And what's more important is some of you fucking fans is acting like Ray Charles, acting like you don't see this shit, acting like you don't see the interest and Joshua Wilder. So y'all are the real Ray Charleses, to be honest, because y'all acting blind like you can't see what the fans want. There's no reason. Even Tyson Fury, even though we don't know what's up with him, he's been out for 2 years and all that, I still don't see more people talking about Joshua. Go do a survey of Wilder Joshua videos and Tyson Fury and Joshua videos. I've seen more people talking about Wilder Joshua lately than I've ever seen about Tyson Fury, because I think people in the back of their minds, they know we don't know what's up with Tyson Fury. He's a wild card. We don't know if he's going to be the same person after this. We don't know if he's going to retire suddenly and do those like random moves that he's done. Yo, we got triple digits. We were at triple digits and likes. Hit the like button. Make sure you guys hit the like button, because I'm up here hungry, starving for y'all. Y'all can do me the solid by hitting that like button. Joseph Parker and Joshua, after the Huey Fury, like, I really don't even care about that fight. I'm gonna watch it. I'm a fan, but I'm a fan of the fight game, so I'll watch it, but I don't really have a real, like, I'm just dying to see that. Like my bucket list of fights. That's just what it is. And like I said, always do this, people. Listen to what people say, and then you analyze what makes sense to you. Wilder's a bum. Wilder only fights bums. Wilder won't fight anyone. He's scared. All that. Cool. Then why don't you want to see someone that would prove his true worth? Instead, you want to see him fight a guy that got knocked out by the guy that would prove his true worth. You want to see him fight Dillian White for whatever reason more than you want to see him fight Joshua. But you're saying he's a bum. And I had that guy in the hot seat earlier. He admitted if Wilder were to knock out Dillian White, he would not give him the same amount of credit as Joshua got for beating Klitschko. So, really, you know what I mean? What's the point? It's just like, you know those geniuses in school? If you're way beyond a 6th grade reading level, they'll skip you. Like if the work, because they don't want you to be a genius and like really ruin it for you because you're well advanced, like too advanced for the curriculum. So I've seen that. I've seen kids skip classes. So the thing is like this, based on what Wilder's done and the fallouts with opponents that would have given him the names, if people want to see him fight against the top name, then let him fight against the top name in Anthony Joshua with 2 belts, which is also a unification. Why does he have to go through Dillian White? And see, like I said, Eddie Hearn to me is playing semantics. Eddie Hearn, well, I never, wait a minute. I never said that Wilder has to fight Dillian White to get Joshua. Then why are we talking about Dillian White? Honestly. Like Austin Powers said, honestly, who throws a shoe? Like, honestly, why are we talking about Dillian White with Wilder had it not been for Eddie Hearn, who was really just saying, man. And see, that's what fans do. They cling on to what somebody said, like whoever, a YouTuber, Eddie Hearn, promoter, and they run with that logic. You know what I'm saying? This is new media. This is a whole different era. Like, just because Bob Arum is telling me that Jeff Horn versus Gary Cochran is the best fight at welterweight, I'm not going to believe that. I'm not going to, oh, Bob Arum, Jeffrey Horn, and Gary Cochran, that's what boxing, like, you can say whatever you want, but that's not a proper fight to me. I have no interest in that. I'll watch it if y'all want me to watch it or whatever, but if I have a hot date or something, then I'm going to go to that. Because I really could care. I could get 2 pieces of pit bullshit about Jeff Horn. Jeff Horn, Crawford, count me in. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Y'all want to just listen to what a promoter, a trainer, or whoever says with no basis and then stubbornly cling to it. We're beyond that. As boxing fans, you got to think for yourself. That's what I implore you all to do. Think for yourself. Now, Eddie Hearn, I got the interview, bro. Y'all want the Eddie Hearn? Y'all want the Eddie Hearn interview? Y'all want it? Can I get a hell yeah? If y'all want to hear Eddie Hearn out his own mouth, if y'all want to hear Eddie Hearn out his own mouth, can I get a hell yeah? Oh yeah, okay.
15 stone 9. Text that to Anthony today. Deontay Wilder 15 stone 9. I shouldn't really tell you a reply, but it was, I'll eat him. And the size difference is huge. You know, it's 2.5 stone now between those two.
But he can punch so hard.
Very, very dangerous. I don't
very
think
dangerous.
Learn too much for the Stiverne fight. The pressure more is about the performance, and that's the pressure on Deontay Wilder tonight. Everyone's expecting him to win the fight, and I think he will win the fight. The trouble is, he has to look good, and that.
The trouble is, he says, he's a dangerous fight. The pressure is on Deontay Wilder to look good, right? And that's the pressure.
That's the pressure. If he goes and looks good, he increases his value in Joshua fight.
Hold on. If he goes on and look good, then he increases the pressure and his presence in that fight. Right? Now, this is how he had that man. Is that looking good? I mean, is that looking... I mean, what do you want? What else do you want? He did to Sierra. So is that not looking good? A guy that went to 12 rounds with him could only go 1 round in the rematch. So you heard it from him. You heard it from the promoter. Look it. Woo, that Alabama bomb squad. Look. He looked like the Chucky doll. Remember when Chucky would just play around like he wasn't human? He would just sit there. That looked crazy to me. So, once again, new media, we're going to get to the bottom of it. Once again, Eddie Hearn said out of his own mouth, the pressure's on him to look good. Now, did he look good? I mean, if you say he didn't look good, you hating. Because, I mean, he put his hands at his waist, put on a show, knocked his man down 3 times, put, you know what I mean, made it so Stiverne couldn't go to the press conference. What else is that? What else can you do? You know what I mean? Because I don't know. I didn't cover the first fight, but they probably both went to the press conference. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could Google it, but Stiverne wasn't that fucked up in the first fight where he probably couldn't make the press conference. He did not. I was in New York. I was at the Barclay. He was not at the press conference this time. He wasn't. Y'all making memes and shit like Limbo and shit. Like, man, let me show y'all. So this whole, you gotta look good, okay, he did that. And now it's something else. Like, what the fuck? Hold on. Y'all gotta see. I need y'all to see this. Who made this? Wow. Watch him slide in the DMs like that. See, I be in your girl's DMs like that. That's crazy. Who made that? Wow. Wow. That's how I be in your girl DMs. So, I mean, what like I said, so if pop culture has picked up on this fight and they're making memes like that and millions of people are watching, then Eddie Hearn told you. He says, now, the pressure's on him to look good, which he did. That's why I told you guys, this is the worst possible outcome. That Mario one was pretty funny with the mushrooms. You know what I mean? So, he obviously made a huge splash and a huge statement, despite what you thought of the opponent. Because the fact of the true matter is, that it was a late replacement. Stiverne was talking greasy and saying he wanted that work, and he was willing to kill Wilder, right? He outweighed Wilder, and he went the distance with Wilder. So to see Wilder cut 12 rounds down to 1 and emphatically get him out of there like that, which is something nobody's ever got Stiverne out like that, who does have a good chin, that's a statement. And that's just what it is, people. It's that simple. So Joshua himself did that interview today, and he says Wilder looked phenomenal. He did what he had to do. Dillian White said he did what he had to do with the punching bag. So everyone gave him props. So really, what is it? A decent jab? He said Wilder actually has a decent jab. That shit was more than decent. Everything was set up with the jab, if you really think about it. That's why I want to see the Joshua fight. Joshua has a good jab. Klitschko has a good jab. But the way Wilder was pumping that jab up, it was a mean, athletic, crispy jab. You know what I mean? So if he did that against an inch short of Joshua, I want to see who wins that jabbing contest, because they're both going to have to jab. That jab, he came out with a hard-ass jab. That's how he set up the 1-2 for the first knockdown. And you guys, if you know your boxing, the reason Stiverne was looking like that, Wilder did exactly what you were supposed to do, and everyone keeps saying that, but at the same time, he literally did everything you're supposed to do for the simple fact, and I'll break down the one-round fight. I'll break it down for you. Stiverne on a long layoff, we all know that. Stiverne, who was talking crazy, Stiverne, who outweighed him, he didn't let Stiverne into the fight, because Stiverne, as the fight wore on, if he got past round 3, it could have been like a James Kirkland, because right at the midway point, if you're still in the fight, right? If you're still in the fight, then you've probably done a good job of shaking the cobwebs off. You got hit with some hard shots, you still ticking, you know what I mean? So that's when the ring rust is probably gonna come off. I was at Lamont Peterson's last fight against David Avanesian. He was coming off a 19-month layoff. It was on the Broner Granados card, right? And Lamont Peterson, as the fight wore on, he started looking better. Like about the halfway mark, he started doing better versus David Avanesian, looking sharp, digging to the body, woom, woom, woom. But the first couple rounds were his toughest rounds, right? Same thing with Errol Spence. Errol Spence was on a 9-month layoff, traveled to the UK for Kell Brook. His best rounds were in the second half of the fight, because he had to warm up to that, because he had been out of the ring for 9 months. You know what I mean? So Wilder he didn't allow, and his power didn't allow Stiverne into the midway point. And he threw a fucking 1-2 through the guard that hurt Stiverne. And that's what really set up the tone for everything. He was never okay from that first one. He was never okay. Ego, that's BS. Cornelius Miller is in the hot seat. He keeps repeatedly calling me out. So what's BS? Now you prove it to the people. Everybody grab your popcorn. What's BS? Name something I just said that was BS. Cornelius Miller. We about to turn you to Don Cornelius and have a Soul Train dance line on top of your casket. So Cornelius about to get that work. He did not throw it. Listen. No, first of all, see, I almost answered. See, I almost obliged him. You're supposed to be proving what I said that was bullshit, and you didn't tell me what I said that was bullshit, and you said Stiverne did not throw a single punch from the first bell. So what did I say that was bullshit though? See, I almost obliged you and explained to your dumbass why he didn't throw a punch. But you have the burden, just like court, you have the burden. You're charging me with this. I'm stupid, I don't know shit. So his power stopped him. So what did I say? I don't understand. What did I say? That is bullshit. His power didn't stop him? Is that what you're trying to say? Are you really trying to say Wilder's power didn't play a part in this? Wow, this is gonna be an easier hot seat than I thought. So what are you saying? Wilder's power didn't stop him? Anybody would have just did that? So Dominic Breazeale fought Eric Molina after Wilder knocked him out, after Joshua knocked him out, after Chris Arreola knocked him out. Don't even know when the last time Eric Molina fought, and he went several rounds with Dominic Breazeale. So Dominic Breazeale would have knocked out Stiverne in 1 round under those same circumstances. Prince, mind your business. He trolling Ego. How you falling for this? This is entertainment. we get views, we get ratings. The fans like this when I catch bodies. So I get paid for this anyway. Like, so it doesn't really matter. It's not like it's wasting my time. Like, oh man, I got time, cuz. Where's Cornelius at? You saw the fight, right? See, you're clearly too much of a rookie to be on my level. You're asking if I saw the fight and I'm at the fight. I covered the fight as media. I was in New York. So what are you even talking about? I saw the fight when I was at the fight. You saw the fight, right, man? You don't know what you're talking about. I covered the fight. What are you talking about? He said you saw the fight, right? But I'm at the fight. Next. So what did I say that was wrong? Since you know so much. Is he still commenting? Look, I'm at all the fight, man. Young credentials. Canelo, Triple G. Next question. So what else do you have to say on your behalf? I'm ducking his last response. 0 punches thrown. Listen, I'm not ducking your last response. You didn't even answer my question. You said that's bullshit. So something I said is bullshit, and you still haven't answered my question. So why would I answer any of your questions? Why'd I answer any of your questions when you can't even answer my question? What did I say that was BS? Okay, let's get him out of here because he's not answering my question and he's stalling for time. He says Wilder showed no punching skill the whole fight. Who says punching skill? You know, I can tell you don't know shit about boxing. He showed no punching skill. Who says that? You said his power stopped Stiverne. So his power didn't stop Stiverne. In your opinion, his power didn't stop Stiverne. Like, what? That doesn't even make sense. You said his power stopped Stiverne. His power did stop Stiverne. What are you talking about? So what was it? He did a Jedi mind trick and to stop Stiverne? Stiverne never came to fight in the first place. Once again, okay, here's my question. This is I'm gonna hit him with the death blow. If Dominic Breazeale fought Stiverne, the same version, 2-year layoff, same weight, does Dominic Breazeale knock him out in first round? Do you honestly believe that? Go. Come on, Cornelius. We counting on you. No, we not talking Wilder. We talking what I say we talking. So if you said it had nothing to do with Wilder's power, and it had something to do with the fact that Stiverne didn't come to fight. So if you put the same Bermain in there with Dominic Breazeale, would he have gotten knocked down 3 times and or stopped in the first round? Yes? You think Dominic Breazeale would have got a first round knockout? Bro, you see, you fell for the mousetrap. You sound stupid. Dominic Breazeale just went several rounds with Eric Molina, who's been stopped by all the top names, Wilder, Chris Arreola at the time, and Joshua. When's the last time Breazeale's knocked anyone out in the first round? You really fell for that? Damn. He said, yes, Breazeale would have knocked him out in the first round. Why did he take so long to knock out Eric Molina? Or take longer? Wow, you really fell for that. That's crazy. Hold on. We gonna vote. We gonna vote, but we gonna vote on him. But I just need to find something out. Damn, Dominic Breazeale. So his Eric Molina fight, it was a corner stoppage in the 8th round. So you mean to tell me he would have he would have stopped? He would have stopped. The Amir Mansour had an injury, and he got stopped in the 5th round. Fred Cassie went the distance, 10 rounds, right? And you mean to tell me that Breazeale would have knocked him out in the 1st round? So we're on Breazeale. page. This is him, Dominic Breazeale. Let's see who he has stopped in the first round. Round 8, 5, 7. Let me know if you see a 1. So he KO'd Billy Zumbrun. Who the fuck is that? Who is Billy Zumbrun? With a 27-13-1 record. So he has 1 first round knockout against Billy Zumbrun. Well, I don't even know who that is. He knocked out another person in the first round at an 8. And that guy's name was Epifanio Mendoza with a 40-19-1 record. Who the fuck is that? Who is this? Right? Who is this dude? Oh shit, there's a glitch in the matrix because I clicked on his. Who is Epifanio? That sounds like a fucking singer or something. Let's see who else. And then in his pro debut, he stopped in the first round at a 4. In his pro debut, he TKO'd Curtis Lee Tate. Who the fuck is? Hey, whose mans is this? Whose mans is this? With a record of 1 and hold on. With a record of 4 and 3. My bad. Who is Curtis Lee Tate? Is that Lee Curtis' brother? With a 4-3-0 record. So I seen about maybe 3 first round stoppages from Dominic Breazeale, and I don't know near person on there. Who the fuck is Curtis Lee Tate? Where's he been? Easy work. Let's vote. And then Selena Gomez, you about to get it. Just like the weekend, we about to break you up. Every real boxing fan know Wilder showed nothing. Put your L's up. Mod, get him out of here. I can already see the fans voting. If Cornelius didn't pass the test, get him out of there. Get him out of there. Look at these L's pouring in. Bye-bye, Cornelius. Moderators, handle that. Did Cornelius give himself an L? Hey, I ain't never seen that. He gave himself an L, unless there's another Cornelius in here. That motherfucker gave himself an L. He put L. Like, damn. All right, Selena Gomez, you better go find Justin Bieber because we about to break you up. Selena Gomez says, biased ego as usual. Talks a lot without saying much. I do talk a lot. Like Pac said, my big mouth. I can't help it. I speak from the heart. I'm real. So, Selena Gomez, what did I say that was biased? The burden is on you. You in the hot seat, Selena. See, I don't care. You could be a man. You could be a woman. Don't ever compare yourself to Pac. I just did, and you ain't gonna do shit. I'm Ego Valley. My big mouth. Men, woman, it don't matter. It don't matter. And why? See, look, you see how the first response, that's one response. You got 2 more. The first response had nothing to do. It had nothing to do with anything. Don't compare yourself to Pac. Okay, answer the question now. Because you already wasted 1 response. What did I say that was biased? Because, see, y'all not going to just throw dirt on my name and try to slander me and cyberbully me or whatever the fuck y'all think is going on and not explain it. So explain to the 176 people that are watching, explain what I said that was biased. Damn, Selena. Only for Selenas. We about to send you back to Corpus Christi. Come on, Selenas. Selenas y los Dinos. We about to fuck you up. You ain't the real Selena anyway. Where's Selena at? 15. This is why we do them. Countdown. She responded. Where? Oh, Breazeale beat Molina faster than Wilder beat Breazeale. So yes. Yeah, but Breazeale fought a version of Molina that had lost to Chris Arreola, got stretched by the biggest power punchers there, Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. So him beating that version of Molina, that was after he had already took at least three that I know of, casualties. He took 3 bad knockouts from big punchers. So that's at the point where Dominic Breazeale just just now got him. Let's vote on Selena's fate. Put your L's up if Selena didn't expose me as biased and how I'm biased. And if you put that W, you in that hot seat most likely. So, see how it's, I told you it's easy to put that. Typical bias ego as usual, right? Typical bias ego as usual. But you can't say one thing that I said that was biased. Moderator, please get Selena Gomez. I will prove you wrong, but I don't want to embarrass you in front of your friends. Block me or shut the fuck up. That's how we know you ain't doing nothing. I'll block you personally. Bye-bye, Selena. Only for Selena's. He said, that's how you know they ain't talking about nothing. So, you hate me or you call me names or bias or whatever, but you want to spare my feelings instead of embarrassing me in front of my friends. And even though I don't know a lot of people on my channel, you know what I mean, personally, but so you disagree and you have everything that you have all the power to expose me as a fraud and fake, but you're gonna spare me so you don't embarrass me in front of your fans? That doesn't even make sense. Why would you not want to embarrass me? You should want to embarrass me because I'm being biased, right? Only for Selena's. I think the point has been made. Let's talk about something else because I'm done with this Wilder Joshua shit for now, man. That's what I'm saying. We boxing familia, but why you can embarrass me, but you choose not to? You're gonna take the high road, okay? Check out Danny Jacobs versus Luis Cuba Arias. Should be a good fight. Cuba Arias, he's been more vocal than I can remember him in past fights, and he's confident. John David Jackson, I also seen like in an interview headline, he said Jacobs gets a lot of credit, but he's kind of overrated. I don't know. I like John David Jackson as a trainer. I think he's good, but sometimes he says suspect shit. Like the fact that he's gonna go switch to Ward's team, and the fact that he stayed on Kovalev's side as a slave and shit with no ability to train and talk. That's kind of weird to me. That's weird that you would stay in that situation. So some of these trainers, I got to take what they say with a grain of salt, because it sounds like him and Kovalev had been bumping heads and you stayed in that situation. So that's a little bit weird to me. But check it out. Daniel Jacobs looks shredded. He looks ready. Cuba Arias sounds confident. Should be a good fight. I did an Ego Weight Watchers. Make sure you guys check it. The man looked dialed in. The heavyweight division. I mean the middleweight division. The middleweight division looking healthy for 2018. Canelo, Triple G, Charlo. I just had interviewed him, or at the it was like a impromptu press conference. He said, if you I'm the best at 160. If you feel that way, then fight me, and we'll settle it. You know what I mean? Canelo, Lemieux, Saunders. I'm finally gonna go get something to eat. This was a fun back-to-back stream. We got some hot seat people out of there. And we're gonna keep doing this, man. And we're gonna keep growing. The legend's gonna continue. And then people are gonna realize that they can't just come into my stream and it's not about disagreeing, it's about speaking with some sense. He talking about that. What did the dude say? Breazeale would have knocked Stiverne out in 1 round. Really? Dude, who really believes that? Name any top name or any guy with any level of a name that Dominic Breazeale has stretched in the 1st round, because that's not his strong suit. And I can't believe he fell for the mousetrap. You know what I mean? He fell for the mousetrap. You really took that standpoint? Yeah, Breazeale would have knocked him out in the 1st. What? Breazeale, if anything, he had to break you down. You mean, give him a couple rounds, 5 to 8 rounds or something. He has to break you down. He doesn't have Tyson, I'm so aggressive in my style, no one can deal with my power. He has to break you down type power. You know, even Golovkin has all that power at middleweight. He don't even be getting that many 1st round knockouts against prime name. He didn't knock out Gabe Rosado in the 1st round, and Gabe Rosado was coming up from 54. listen, one fuck it, or whatever your name is. Why focus on arguing with idiots? Because I'm proving a point. This is new media. This is my show. Until you've done what I've done, get you a following and run it the way you want to run it. This is entertainment for me. This is a release for me. And it gets the fans involved so the fans can see who's out there bullshitting and who's out there speaking the real. So it's not wasting time. Like, literally, this is what I do full time. This is my full-time gig. I get paid for it. I enjoy doing what I do for a living. So at the end of the day, what you guys keep saying, wasting time. If I didn't have the time, then I wouldn't do it. New media has taken over. Exactly. So I'm not wasting my time. You're wasting your time, if anything, if you don't want to hear it and you're on my stream listening to it. So that's how, I mean, those questions, they don't really faze me or whatever. They don't move me. Talking about I'm not wasting my time. The fans are entertained. He said, no, I enjoy it, LOL. Then why are you complaining? Why are you doing this? You know I'm doing it. We're going to make some examples. And really, it's to spread awareness. Like, if it's October and it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, you see people wear pink. You see people repping for the cause. I'm repping for my cause, which is boxing. You know what I mean? So if Eddie Hearn is interviewing random people in New York and making that as like the catalyst for nobody knows Wilder, then I got my own 2 cents to add to that. Because I don't agree with that. I don't think if you just ask random people in New York or a big city, and not even in the setting of boxing, if you ask them who Deontay Wilder is, what does that prove? And people in the comment section were really buying that. Really, oh yeah, Hearn, burn him. Fucking, you got Wilder, he chats bollocks. That didn't prove anything. You weren't even in a boxing setting. You're in front of a McDonald's or wherever you were at. Like I said, I can name any top fighter, not maybe like a Floyd Mayweather because he's transcended boxing, but Danny Garcia, Errol Spence, Sean Porter, Leo Santa Cruz. Ask any of them people in New York, and those guys have fought in New York. Danny Garcia lives in Philly, which is not far from New York. That same 59-year-old dude probably wouldn't have known who Danny Garcia was. And you have to be in the interest of boxing to know that. You know what I mean? You fucking Luis Cuba Arias walked by in the interview. Here's another point to add to what I'm saying. Luis Cuba Arias is signed to Rock Nation, and he has a fight this weekend versus Danny Jacobs. And Eddie Hearn is standing out there. Oh my God. Just listen to if y'all want me to ether, if y'all want some of that ether with this point, can I get a hell yeah? Y'all want some more ether? I just thought of a great point right now. Y'all want some ether? All right. So check this out. IFL TV is out there with Eddie Hearn. Luis Cuba Arias has a fight at the Nassau Coliseum this weekend. And literally during the same interview where they're, oh, do you know Deontay Wilder? Who is Wilder? During this whole interview, Luis Cuba Arias walks by Eddie Hearn. They acknowledge each other, right? And say, hey, what's up, dap up? And then he's like, yeah, you see my mid work? And he's like, yeah, I was kind of scared. Luis Cuba Arias is fighting this weekend, and nobody really knew who he was. Nobody in New York was like rushing him for autographs or saying, oh, can I get a picture with you, Luis Cuba Arias? And he's fighting in New York in 3 days. He's fighting in 3 days, and nobody was rushing him, nor Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn, well, he's not from America, but same thing. So that proves what I'm saying. If you asking random Samaritans, that doesn't prove nothing, because Cuba Arias is fighting this weekend, and nobody even stopped him that I seen. Nobody in that little interaction was like, hey, can I get a picture with you? Let that be Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. You don't think people in the streets would have stopped him and been like, it would have been some commotion? Of course it would. So it didn't prove anything that they didn't know who Deontay Wilder is, because they don't even know the motherfucker who's fighting in the main event in 3 days. Just a random person. Oh, my vocabulary is on point. Yeah, I use Samaritans. Like Dillian White was like, Wilder, he's from the country. How does he know the word peasant? Like, that's not a big word. What? They should know Wilder. Every American should know Wilder. How is every American gonna know Wilder when American media shits on a lot of African American fighters? So how is that everyone? Yeah, they should know. I agree, they should know, but you have to deal with other bullshit too. The media doesn't get behind. Not all of them. New media does. He's a heavyweight champion. Yeah, fair point. Yeah, I mean, it's based on the media. Like the media, there's not everyone. ESPN, they're not spending their top dollar to promote Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Dan Rayfield probably has something to say about Wilder's resume and things like that. So it's like, how can he be this big global star if the people don't embrace him? The media doesn't embrace him. Like, here's an example. I cover, in the grand scheme of things, my channel's small compared to an ESPN, HBO network, Showtime. I'm small, right? It would be considered like a small business. It's not like a global corporation. Everyone knows HBO, everyone knows CNN and fucking ESPN, right? So I'm small. And I cover Ward's out of pocket, my own dollar. I covered Ward's last 6 or 7 fights, and not all of them were in the Bay Area where I live. 2 of them were in Vegas, so out of my own pocket, right? And ESPN didn't even go, Dan Rayfield didn't go to Ward versus Sullivan Barrera, or I don't think he went to Alexander Brand fight, right? He didn't go to either of those fights. So Andre Ward, an American champ who recommended, I mean, who fought under the Olympics and won a gold medal for America, and ESPN didn't cover it. He didn't cover those 2 fights, but I did, right? But let Golovkin fight at the Forum, a guy who's a foreigner to America, good fighter, trying to make his name, right? He covered all of Golovkin's fight, all the Roman Chocolatito's fights. But conveniently, you missed Andre Ward versus Sullivan Barrera. Now, okay, if you missed the Brand fight, cool. That was, everyone knew that was a tune-up. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But Sullivan Barrera, that was a good fight, especially on paper. You know what I mean? That's a good fight. So why wouldn't you cover it? So for people to not know who Deontay Wilder is, it's not that shocking when you have the media doing stuff like that, or bashing other top skilled guys, even guys who aren't American, like Rigondeaux. ESPN and Rigondeaux had beef for a minute. I don't know where they're at now. Now, case in point, go over to the UK. It's a whole different atmosphere. Do you think Johnny Nelson, Sky Sports, Adam, I forgot his last name, Carl Froch, and Sky Sports and all these people, do you think they're not going to cover it? UK is not as huge as America. You sound dumb. Now, like, okay, Sebastian, you in the hot seat, because now you starting to piss me off, because I try to I'm trying to educate, but now you trying to infiltrate. Now you got to become an example, just like the rest of them. Sebastian, you should have stopped while you were ahead, and we already talked about this. My meaning is the hype. No, it's too late. There's no backing. Listen, you about to get this work now. You talking about the UK's big? Okay. And I just went over this. United States, 323 million. UK, 65 million. We got more people in California and Texas alone than you guys have in the whole UK. So it's not the same. And for you guys from the UK to try to make it, especially when you never even been to the States, a lot of you guys, it doesn't make sense. And once again, back to my point, Andre Ward fought for a gold medal and ESPN didn't even show up for the Sullivan Barrera fight or the Brand fight, which was in Oakland, right? But they make all the Triple G's fights. So when you don't have the participation of all of the media, even the big wigs, yeah, it's gonna be hard to get your name out there and be as well known. Meanwhile, the UK Do you think Johnny Nelson, Sky Sports, Adam Trowbridge, or whatever his name is, do you think they're gonna not show up for an Anthony Joshua fight like they did to Ward? Honestly, do you think they're not? In fact, I even see it with the commentary when the UK, since we really talking about it. When I watch UK boxing and I listen to UK commentary, sometimes they be wild biased for their fighter, which is, you know what I mean, they're showing love to their countrymen, but calling Lee Selby the Welsh Mayweather, shit, get the fuck out of here. There's nothing he's done that's even on Pretty Boy Floyd, Money Mayweather, Floyd Sr., Roger Mayweather, Jeff Mayweather. What has Lee Selby done to inherit the Welsh Mayweather? What does he do? What's, especially Floyd TBE Mayweather, what has he done? Yeah, but okay, my question to you is, why is that his nickname? He got knocked down by Eric Hunter and arguably lost that fight. Why is that his nickname? How is he the Welsh anything? How is he the Welsh like Mayweather? That's what I want to know. He's not even the Welsh Roger Mayweather. Roger Mayweather could scrap. So, okay, he was 11, but who gave him that name? What does he do like Mayweather? I never seen him in no Philly shell. I never seen no crazy defense. I never even seen him fight a name like a Gary Russell Jr., Carl Frampton, Leo Santa Cruz. So anyway, back to what I was saying, the UK be sometimes super wild. Oh, the Welsh Mayweather, he's da-da-da-da, he threw a punch, like, okay. So the UK, you know what I mean, they ride for their own. I get it, I see it. But imagine if America stood up for Americans. It's not even just boxing. Look at sport. Colin Kaepernick, he says, no disrespect for the flag, but I'm kneeling during the national anthem, right? Because there's a lot of brown and black kids getting murdered and police brutality. Now he can't even get a job. They're blackballing him out of his league, right? So what's good with that? Why don't Americans get behind that? Do you know how many fights I've been? Listen, this is real spill right now. You know how many fights I've covered where they're doing the national anthem and some people don't even stand up and they're texting on their phone, but have the audacity to get mad at Colin Kaepernick for kneeling? Colin Kaepernick, when the national anthem was going on, he was at least has his eyes open and eyes up paying attention. He's just kneeling, right? I've been at several fights where media and people in the stands and whoever's singing, they're not getting up. They're looking at their phones and they're not even standing. They don't have their hand by their heart, but all of a sudden, Kaepernick does it. You know what I mean? A biracial African-American kid, right? Black and white. And now it's this huge rage. It's this huge rage. Oh, he's so disrespectful. So what the fuck were you when you were at Ward Kovalev and you was sitting down? You know what I'm saying? Or when Keisha Cole was singing the national anthem and you was sitting down. So, I mean, don't talk to me. Don't talk to Americans about America because you don't understand. If you've never been here, you don't understand. I lived in UK, so I understand the culture. You know what I mean? But if you've never been to America, you can't really speak on it. And see, that's what happens when it comes to like minorities. If you're not a minority, you can't speak on being a minority. So, oh, you're just pulling the race card. All you guys do, you fucking monkeys. I mean, that's all you guys do is play the race card. How would you know if you've never dealt with the problems that Mexicans, that black Americans, that mixed kids deal with? You wouldn't know. If you have blonde hair, blue eyes, and you know what I'm saying, and there's a racist cop, then you probably got away with whatever you had to get. You know what I mean? You never got profiled or followed in a store or whatever. So if we really want to get political, let's talk some real shit. Let's talk about that. And like I said, people are mad at Colin Kaepernick, but they be at the fights and they on their phones. They don't even stand up half of the time. Not all of them. They're not paying attention. They're texting. They're doing this. They're typing their articles. But when Colin Kaepernick does it, everyone's outraged, right? Okay. Eagle Valley's murdering you motherfuckers. And that's what it's going to be. We closing the year out strong. So don't tell me about America and American problems and everyone should know Wilder. Everyone would know Wilder if the media got behind Wilder like they get behind Triple G, like they get behind Lomachenko or other guys who are not from this fucking country, right? then we wouldn't have this issue. Wilder would be one of the biggest stars, windmills or not. Ego, let's stick to boxing. Tell me to stick to boxing one more time and you getting blocked. I'm sticking to race. I'm sticking to anything I want. If you don't like it, you can bounce or you could get blocked. You either sit back and enjoy the show. And you know, the funny thing is my name is Eric B. My middle name starts with a B and my first name is Eric. So that's funny that you said Eric B. But anyway, yeah, see, that's what race, the talk about race makes people uncomfortable. I like making people uncomfortable. I'm glad you feel uncomfortable. I hope your skin crawls, because that's what these motherfuckers feel when they get pulled over for the cops and they don't know why, when loved ones get shot. So I want you guys to feel uncomfortable. I hope you feel real uncomfortable. Like, you know, when you sleep at someone's house and you on the couch and they didn't give you a blanket and you that uncomfortable, I want you to be uncomfortable. I want you to be that uncomfortable, if not worse. You know what I mean? Everyone wants to suppress the message and shut it up. They don't want to prove it wrong. Hey, let's just stick to boxing. Cut this race crap out. No, I'm not cutting this race crap out. I'm gonna talk about race every single day if that's what I want to do. You can call me Tyrese and Cryreese and sensitive and racist. I don't give a fuck. I'm a martyr. I'm Ego Valley. My big mouth. I can't help it. I speak from the heart and I'm real. Don't tell me what to talk about. And you could, like Mike Tyson said in a famous interview, he said, if you don't like it, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. That's how I'm doing it. Bottom line, I got that Brownsville spirit, even though I'm from the West Coast. I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You don't like it, change your station. You don't have to be on this stream. You really don't. If you don't like what I'm saying, you want to just talk about boxing and we gravitate the conversation to race as it pertains to boxing, right? Then change your station. I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. I don't care. Like, that's how it's going. Everyone wants to shut up the messenger. Oh yeah, let's just stick to boxing. You stick to boxing. That's why we in this mess that we in, because you want to just stick to boxing. Every time somebody mentions race, even if they have a point, you want to just stick to boxing. You want to just go back to what's comfortable. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to talk about what's uncomfortable. Ego Valley is not standing for this. You know what I'm saying? I might fuck around and start taking a knee at every fight. Fuck y'all. The Cali Enigma $5 super chat. White Americans support everything but American fighters if the fighter is black. Man, we know what issues we have in America, and that's just what it is. And like I said, if you don't like it, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. If you don't like it, change the station. There ain't no stick to boxing. You stick to boxing. You stick to one of them coward channels that don't want to talk about the real, because we talk about the real on this side, on our side. You know what I'm saying? Oh, stick to boxing. You stick to boxing. Because all these motherfuckers, how can you create change if people won't even address the problem? Name how that has solved anything. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying create race wars or hate certain races. I'm not saying anything racist. But for me to talk about a problem in America, they always want you to, okay, pipe down, stop. Don't talk about it. No, don't do it. I'm not doing it. I'm going to talk about it more. They should have never gave me verified status. They should have never let me get 100,000 subscribers on this bitch. They should have never, I'm the American dream. They should have never let me work my way and work my ass to where I'm at right now and gave me this platform. You guys y'all want to dismiss conversations that need to happen, that should have been happened. It doesn't work like that. Rigondeaux gets treated like shit. Floyd gets treated like shit. Wilder gets treated like shit. Andre Ward gets treated like shit. And y'all want me to pipe down. Y'all want me to shut up. Y'all want me to stick to boxing, right? So, man, listen, I promise you, before the year is up, y'all getting buried. Promise you, new media, we coming, Ego Valley, all that other bullshit y'all used to. Ooh, we coming. Fillet. Y'all getting filleted. Fired to the max. Because all you motherfuckers who never dealt with racism and shit like that, y'all want to say, oh, just stick to boxing. Why isn't it stick to boxing when Floyd is the best boxer of this generation, beat everybody you put in front of him, and you want to talk about him domestic violence and, oh, he spends his money this way? Why isn't it not stick to boxing when you're talking about Floyd? Why, you know what I mean? Why are we talking about Floyd's personal life and personal relationships and him not being married and him having 7 girls around and him burning money? Why don't we stick to boxing then? Now all of a sudden y'all want to stick to boxing when the conversation, the ugly conversation about race rears its head into the mix. Y'all want to stick to boxing. But when it's Floyd Mayweather, you want to talk about domestic violence. You want to talk about all kinds of other shit that don't have nothing to do with his actual sauce as a boxer and his actual skill set as a boxer. But now you want to talk just boxing. Stick to boxing. Why don't y'all stick to boxing when it comes to stuff like that? Explain that to me. What does domestic violence have to do with Floyd's boxing? What does him burning money and trash talking have to do with his boxing? He's trash talking, but he's not trash talking like Stiverne and then losing in the first round. He's not trash talking like Erickson Lubin and then losing in the first round. He's trash talking and he's backing it up. You know what I'm saying? When Ruben Guerrero, you guys like this guy? This guy beat up his wife in front of him. Everybody loved that shit. You know what I'm saying? And Floyd was drinking his coffee. He kept cool. Didn't say nothing. Didn't really retaliate. But he did his retaliation when he fought Guerrero in that ring. Why wasn't it stick to boxing then when Ruben was going ham? You know what I'm saying? And me, I didn't take nothing from it. I thought it was funny. You guys like this guy? He beat up his wife in front of his kid. Like, this shit was funny. Okay, cool. But now all of a sudden y'all want to stick to boxing when race come up. I'm telling you, man, it's a new breed. We coming. We coming. And that's all. There's nothing y'all can do. Well, I mean, different people. I have a dark sense of humor, so it wasn't funny to you. Oh my gosh. Some of y'all, whatever, y'all talking about random stuff. And see, this is the thing. Stick to boxing, but when it comes to Wilder, y'all talking about how he don't sell this amount of tickets, his paychecks. I thought it'd stick to boxing though. Why are you telling me about Wilder's paychecks and how much money he got in his checking and savings account and shit like that if it's stick to boxing? Explain that to me. Somebody explain it. Make it make sense to me. Now all of a sudden it's stick to boxing. But you want to talk about all things not related to Wilder Joshua, Wilder's money and Wilder's previous paychecks and A-side this and how many tickets he sold. Y'all getting bullied, man. Shout out to my dude Angel Santos, $20, Venmo style. He said, Ego, is it possible you could do a live stream during the Danny Jacobs fight? Have us hang out with us mods. Just an idea. Yeah, man, we thinking about new things and different stuff. You know, we killing the live stream game, so we just gonna keep it up. But I definitely appreciate the $20 and suggestions like that. Anything to make the channel better, I'm definitely for hearing it out and trying different things. That's what I'm about. But yeah, man, like y'all gonna really bring Ego Veli out talking about stick to boxing. You stick to boxing. And see, this is the thing, you don't have to be here. I never, like, listen, if you get notifications from me, it's because you chose to. There's no way I can put like a tracking device on y'all and force y'all to come back. If y'all are here and getting notifications or seeing the video and clicking on it and it's not your cup of tea, then bounce. You know what I mean? But we will talk. New media will talk everything. We're not going to just beat around the bush and act like certain things and certain problems don't exist. That's not how we do. That's what cowards do. The Ego Army, we're not full of cowards. You know what I mean? A soldier dies 1,000 deaths. No, what it said, a coward dies 1,000 deaths, a soldier dies but once. We soldiers, man. This is Ego Army. This is real life militia shit, right? I'm talking about stick to boxing. We take on all issues. And like literally, I really don't even engage. Like Donald Trump, he be doing some dumb shit, saying dumb shit if he really wanted my opinion on it. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to talk politics, but I keep that away from boxing. I don't really be I don't be going in on Donald Trump and shit, even though he be saying crazy shit and, hey, Puerto Ricans, you fucked up the budget, and hooping and throwing paper towels, but I don't really do that. But I'm a real person. So don't tell me to stick to boxing. What the stuff I'm talking about in far as race usually has something to do with boxing. You didn't put a gun to anyone's head. If they don't like it, they can bounce. Definitely. Yeah, that motherfucker Trump went to Puerto Rico like, hey, I hate to tell you guys, you really fucked up the budget. Had the paper towels. It was like, like really? You just gonna toss them brawny rolls at him like that? He gonna arm me, man. It's funny too, cause certain people can say whatever they want. Donald Trump, whoever, they can say whatever they want. I say I want to see a fight, and I'm racist. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's something wrong with me. I'm biased. I'm gay. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be something. I can't just be a fan of boxing. I want to see a fight. But let Trump or whoever say whatever. Don Imus or one of them motherfuckers say whatever. Oh, these nappy-headed hoes. What? Nappy-headed hoes? Yeah, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that, monkey. Conor McGregor, whatever, that monkey. Oh yeah, Rocky, when they had the monkey. Like, what? What monkeys you talking about? I don't know Rocky movies for monkeys. Like, I never, me personally. And the thing is, I don't know if Conor doesn't really seem like he's racist, but that was a poor choice of words, you know what I mean? Because nobody really is checking for Rocky for some fucking monkeys. You know what I mean? Like Kovalev, he'd be on some different shit. He'd be like more, I don't know. He had like a mean personality and shit, so his shit is questionable. But what y'all think about that Kovalev fight? What y'all think Kovalev is gonna look the same? Luis Cuba Arias will hurt. Listen, is Cuba Arias? I've seen him fight live. Is his power that good? Cause I know he got a stoppage. He was on the Ward Kovalev 2 card. I know he got a stoppage against a guy, but it was a guy who was ranked and maybe a mandatory, but it wasn't like a well-known person. And like the thing is, I don't know, like the way Cuba's talking and some of the fans, I'm like, damn, have I been sleeping on Luis Arias' power? Because I didn't think his power was like, I thought his boxing ability was more so his bread and butter, like his boxing. I'm not saying he has chump power or no power, but the people are talking like he's Golovkin or something. So I just want to know, like I'm not even making the analysis, I'm just asking. I trained with him, he got cracks. Oh wow, see, I didn't know. I didn't know his power was like that. People, cause he kept talking about Jacobs has a suspect chin, and I'm like, okay. Let me check his shit. See, like, so you guys know, man, I'm in it with y'all. I learn all the time. I don't know everything. You know what I mean? I know who Luis Cuba Arias is. Like I said, I've seen him fight live and stuff. See, I don't know, man. Like, but some people's power is tricky. He has 18 fights and 9 KOs for 47%, so almost half. You know what I mean? So I don't know, cause Julius Ndongo clearly has some power too. He knocked out Troy Yanofsky, and his record was like that too, where it's like, it's nothing that stood out, like 60, 70, 80% or whatever. Yeah, I just don't remember his power just being like, you know what I mean? When I think of middleweight power, I'm thinking of Triple G, Canelo, Charlo, Jacobs, Quillen when he was there. I didn't really think of his power like as that. He stands out, trust me, when he wants to punch. Well, this should be a good fight then. You say you sparred with the man. I'm all in. Arias getting KO'd. Miracle Man is a better boxer. Yeah, see, the reason I'm picking Jacobs is not because I've interviewed Luis Arias too. He's a real cool dude. But the reason I think Jacobs will win is because since the Dimitri Perot, everyone keeps saying this suspect chin shit, but Triple G didn't even knock him out. So I've seen stranger things happen in boxing, but if Triple G, who puts on that type of pressure, the pressure that made Canelo very tired in their fight, 350 Amis. I don't think Luis Cuba Arias has that many amateurs. I'm not saying he doesn't have a lot of amateurs, but I'm saying I don't think he has 350 amateurs. And Golovkin is about Arias's height, you know what I mean? And all the pressure that Golovkin put on, he was reduced to jabbing. So I'd have to see how Luis Arias plans on opening Danny Jacobs's like game plan and exploiting it to the point where he gets him out of there. Because Peter Quillin, same thing. Quillin got knocked out in the first round, and he got cracks. So I know these are all different fights, and to me, like I told you, Jacobs' loss, it's not the type of loss you just hold your head down like, fuck, man, I lost. Like, you know what I mean? Like Stiverne and Lubin, those are, to me, hard losses to bounce back from. Like, you bounce back from that, like, it's not impossible, but the way you talk before the fight and then getting stopped in the first round, that's going to be hard. So Jacobs challenging Golovkin and even breaking his knockout streak is a victory, if you think about it. Even though he lost the fight on the judges' scorecard, I thought he won the fight. But even losing, that was like a good showing, because everyone else was at least getting stopped and orbitals broken and Rosado's face was bleeding and leaking. Canelo even. Like, who did better versus Triple G? Jacobs or Canelo? That's a good question. What do y'all think? Put Jacobs or Canelo. Who had a better showing versus Golovkin? Daniel Jacobs or Canelo? Canelo, okay. What do y'all think? Really? There's a couple of Canelos. I don't know. Yeah, like, I can't say Canelo clear. I think they both, if anything, it was kind of even. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, all the people picking Canelo. This is a very good question. I'm glad I thought of it. All the people picking Canelo, why was his performance better? Because there is both. Well, I don't know. That's a good question. It's a hard question. Canelo didn't get knocked down, but then he was also visibly tired in the second half. Jacobs did get knocked down once, but he looked fresher and he didn't look visibly tired in the second half. So, and Jacobs was letting more fluid combinations go. Canelo was like letting some go, but not all the way. Either way, they both made Golovkin look human. I will say that. Both of them, to me. Golovkin didn't look like Dominic Wade Golovkin. Yeah, I think they both did good in spots, and there's definitely things they both could have done differently versus Golovkin. So shout out to Golovkin, because Golovkin, that just shows you he's not easy to beat cleanly. You know what I mean? He's on his Granado shit, where most people, it's going to be hard for them to just win super decisively. And I think part of that comes from Golovkin's chin. He's so tough that he keeps coming no matter what. So, hey, I know you spar with him. Now you tripping. He said Luis Cuba Arias would have beaten Triple G. What? I don't know about all that, bro. He has 18 fights and he has not fought anyone like Triple G. I do believe he probably does have a good chin. Trust me, Ego, Luis Cuba is ready for a fight. He got a great chin. I don't know about that, bro. I like Cuba, but beating Triple G, that would be a hell of a statement. Because to be honest, I don't even know. I wouldn't even pick, me personally right now, I would pick Jamal Charlo to beat Arias. And you talking about he'll beat Triple G. Anyone, Luis Cuba Arias versus Jamal Charlo, who would y'all pick? Who would y'all pick to win, Charlo or Cuba? Charlo. Yeah, Charlo's pretty big, man. He like 6'1" maybe. Arias is 5'11". You guys, you pick Arias? Listen, he gonna have to, well, we're gonna find out on Saturday. We're gonna find out on Saturday, because if he beats Danny Jacobs, then shit, maybe it's a possibility that he can beat. But Triple G, I don't know about that. See, but this is, see, you notice how we haven't had any distractions from any clowns? This is the good boxing talk that we need to get to, where we're just free flowing. The middleweight division is cracking now. There's a lot of, you know what I'm saying? If Luis Cuba Arias beats Jacobs or stops him like y'all are saying, then that's a hell of a statement, and he's a major player in the game. You know what I mean? If Danny Jacobs does, then Jacobs just goes on to prove what we felt about him after going the distance with Triple G. He's a very good fighter, and he's gonna be like a black sheep to anybody in the division. You know what I mean? That dark horse. Fucking Lemieux, Saunders. Y'all giving me juice for this middleweight division, because the last couple of years been whack for the middleweight division. Now you got Canelo up there, you got Charlo up there now, you got Jacobs, who has solidified his style and stuff since the Dimitri Perot loss. Pushed Triple G to the brink. Saunders, Lemieux, yep. I don't do pound for pound, wasting my fucking time. Andre's up there now too. Fuck. What about Andre versus Luis Cuba Arias? Andre, Boo Boo. Eubank is at 68. I'm not really talking about him at 60. He had his shot to fight Golovkin, and it sounded like him and his father, they wanted extra shit and it didn't happen. So now they're at 68 with the belt. So I'm not even considering him at middleweight anymore. Luis KO's Andre. Hey, bro, y'all give me juice for Luis Arias, because the way y'all talking, I'm like, damn. Y'all talking about him knocking out Jacobs and beating Triple G and Andre. I don't know. We gonna find out, man. But like I said, this is what I'm all about. Good old-fashioned boxing talk. Let's talk about it. Middleweight division stack. I can't sleep on. Yo, I might try to go. Should I go to Lemieux, Saunders? I never been to Canada. I kind of want to go to that. I gotta check my super chats to see if that, cause I don't know how much that shit's gonna cost. I might have to dig into the super chat fund to go to Canada. Canada's lit. Go. I gotta update my passport. Luis Arias is a good fighter, but I gotta see more from him. That's how I feel. I think, like, there's no shade to him. I just gotta see it, because the names on his resume, like, I mean, these Jacobs is clearly Scott Sigmund. Like, he went the distance with Scott Sigmund, who's 29-10. And I don't know much about Scott Sigmund like that. But, and then y'all talking about him knocking out Boo Boo. So I just gotta see that. If you go in the distance with the guy 29-10 and 1. I'll donate, just take me with you. Shit, we gotta get across that border, that Canada style. I'm trying to be in Canada like Drake. Shout out to the OVO. Trying to be on my Drake shit in Canada. I told Lemieux, yeah. Man. Yeah, Canada for Lemieux, Saunders. Can we get some last minute likes up in here, up in the stream? We got 150. Let's be greedy, see how much we can max out at. I'm about to get something to eat. Hit that like button. Spence, Peterson. I think Peterson doesn't lay down easy. So even if you hurt him, he comes back. Unless you hurt him like Matisse hurt him. But I think I gotta pick Spence. He just got too much momentum. A little bit shorter of a layoff. Well, actually, maybe not. Hold on. May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Actually, it's only a month shy of his last layoff. But shit, he came off a 9-month layoff and beat Kell Brook at home. So wherever the Spence Peterson fight is at, we'll be in the States. So you don't have to worry about jet lag. Still an 8-month layoff. Find a replacement for Ponomarev. What does that mean? What's wrong with Ponomarev? Come see Lemieux fight Ego. Gonna be there. I might. Who y'all picking? Saunders or Lemieux? Spence fight in New York. I don't know if it's confirmed though. Ponomarev pulled out. Why? He really don't want no parts of Errol or what? Abel Sanchez trying to keep him away. Ponomarev pulled out of the Eliminator or whatever. Where'd y'all hear that at? I didn't even hear that. Damn, he really don't want no smoke with Errol Spence. I need to make a video about that. Errol Spence got these dudes pissing in their trousers or something, because he was supposed to fight Errol before Bundu. The Bundu fight happened because he didn't want to fight because he was injured. Where did y'all? Oh, wow. He pulled out? Damn, Spence is striking fear in hearts. That's crazy. That fight was just announced, I thought. That's why I'm like, well, how did he pull out that quick? He's like, oh, you want me to eliminate? I'm out. I heard Mikey Garcia rejected Jorge Lanada's offer. I think they're trying to get, I think they might try to get the Robert Easter fight cracking, because allegedly Showtime's offering him more money. I would have liked Mikey Garcia versus Linares, but I'm not mad at Robert Easter. I'm not mad at that fight at all. And his last couple fights have been on Showtime. You know what? Stylistically, I might like Robert Easter versus Garcia more than I like Linares versus Mikey. Yeah, but okay, listen to this. Linares just fought Campbell, and I thought he was like slow in some of the middle spots. When he's on and when he's boxing beautifully. But he don't like that real gritty in the trenches fight. But Mikey Garcia and Robert Easter, there's a backstory there. Mikey beat Broner, Big Bro, on About Billions, and Robert Easter's tall, but he likes the inside fight. So to me, that's more of a dog fight. That's more of a dog fight because Mikey has a killer left hook to the body. He's just a methodical fighter, and Easter, he likes to scrap on the inside and negate his height. So I think that's more of a war. Linares is not gonna, I don't think the temperament of Linares being stopped by DeMarco and shit, I don't think the temperament of him is the same as Easter. Because to me, I think Easter has made some fights like Denis Shafikov and Comey. He's probably made he's probably made those fights harder than they had to be, but it made for entertaining fights. You know what I'm saying? Linares ain't gonna wanna go blow for blow like Evander. Like what did Big Pun say? We can go blow for blow like Evander and Bo. Or he's not gonna. Linares is gonna try to box, and Mikey Garcia is gonna be trying to box and negate the speed. So it'll be more of a chess match. The Robert Easter Mikey, I think, is a dog fight. Wow, Ponomarev pulled out. That's crazy. Yeah, Easter, he has the frame, but he negates his height by the way he fights. I don't think Linares is necessarily more dangerous than for Mikey. I really don't. I think Robert Easter is pretty dangerous too, especially with that little About Billions backstory. You could say Linares is like a clean, flashier boxer than Easter, but shout out to Maryland, man. Ego, Ponomarev scared. He's scared, champ. Let's go, champ. Good fights, man. I'm excited. But Showtime must be taking care of Mikey Garcia for him to reject Golden Boy. Hey, real talk, I'm not dissing, but Golden Boy, where are they at? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know they got like Ryan Garcia, that's my dude, I'm checking for him. Marlon Esparza, but as a whole, who's Golden Boy really? Like, if David Lemieux loses to Saunders, that's a major blow. Canelo is already coming off a fight where some people thought he lost. Either way, it was a draw on the scorecards, so he can't really lose to Golovkin in a rematch. That wouldn't be good. And Golden Boy is just like, especially if Dana White comes to boxing and works with Al Haymon. You got see, I always prophesize and I always look at the future and look towards the future. I'm not saying I'm a soothsayer. See, I got that vocabulary. Y'all don't know what that is. Soothsayer. It's kind of like tooth with the S at the front. S-O-O-T-H. Sayer. Look it up. But I'm not saying I'm a soothsayer, but I look to the future. And I'm telling you, if Dana White and UFC come to the boxing world and work with Al Haymon, because he has a stable already. Because, I mean, realistically, a lot of guys are in contracts or whatever. So to me, an easy fit is Al Haymon, because he, by law, is a advisor. Therefore, with the Muhammad Ali Act and all that, he can't actually promote the cards. That's why you don't never see Al Haymon at press conferences. You never. That's why he's all behind. That's why he's always able to stay out of the limelight and do the behind the scenes. And you see Richard Schaefer and Lou DiBella. They're at the press conferences. They're behind the podium talking about, oh, we're happy to bring this to the Barclays, and you know what I mean. You never see Al Haymon because he's an advisor. So it would actually be a quick fit for Dana White to scoop up some fighters, or at least be allowed to promote some established fighters already. Yeah, I seen Ray Robinson and Terrence Crawford going in, and Ray Robinson said he beat Crawford in the amateurs. Maybe make a video about it to inform y'all. But yeah, Golden Boy, they need some fighters, man. I mean, even Frank Warren, he got some people I'm kind of looking for. Like, I'm checking for fucking James DeGale, Anthony Yard, Daniel Dubois, like Billy Joe Saunders, Tyson Fury. Frank Warren got some people for the UK scene. He got some people to me. You know what I mean? But Golden Boy, I can't think of. Jesus Soto Caras just retired. Gabe Rosado won, and he looked good versus Glenn Tapia, but I mean, how does that translate to, are people ready to see him get the top names off of the Glenn Tapia win? Who else would go? Like I said, Ryan Garcia, but they're going to have to build him for a while. Marlon Esparza, they're going to have to build her because female sports is not the same time, or it's not at the same rate of speed. You know what I mean? So who's Golden Boy I have? Canelo, Lemieux got a win versus Saunders. Diego De La Hoya, what about him? He said Diego De La Hoya, hello. What about, I seen him fight, but I don't know. I wasn't really blowing out my socks, to be honest. Ryan Garcia is my dude. He's a beast. Triple G with a KO, Dimitri Perot. I would have had to see that. Perot was a very good fighter. And especially if they would have fought back then, because Triple G got a lot of experience fighting the, you know what I mean, run-of-the-mill guys or whatever, the Dominic Wades and stuff. If he would have fought when Perot was fighting, Perot was at the top of the division. You know what I mean? He had knocked out Daniel Jacobs, and he was a belt holder. So this would have been like Golovkin, Proska, and then maybe a Perot fight right around that before the Gabe Rosado fight. So that could have been a different. Yeah, I heard they're keeping Ryan Garcia active. I mean, he's not taking much punishment or anything in his last couple stoppages, so fuck it. Keep the blood flowing. That's just my opinion. I think Golden Boy got a, I don't know. I just don't know who they have. Jojo Diaz. I mean, I want to see him fight Gary Russell, but I think Gary Russell's the man to beat. They got some people, but to me, it's just like the people aren't, the names aren't really. Okay, like name someone who's at an Errol Spence, Deontay Wilder level. You know what I mean? Like undefeated and being talked about a good amount recently. Like Joseph Jojo Diaz, do you hear more about Errol Spence or Joseph Jojo Diaz? But we'll see what Golden Boy decides to do. But I'm just telling y'all, if Dana White come over and start working with Al Haymon, that's gonna be nasty. Cause Top Rank and Golden Boy gonna have to compete with Al Haymon. Already has a vast stable, plus the UFC. And like, to be honest, some people are mad. I made the video. Some people are mad that the UFC would be coming to boxing. I'm not mad. I'm not no hater. The more the merrier. From what I heard when I covered Mayweather-McGregor fight week, what I heard is the UFC does a great job of taking care of the media. Like they said, they had top-notch catered food, not no bullshit. Everything was super organized. They had a very good infrastructure, and a very good like foundation for how they run their events, their fight weeks. You know what I mean? And there's no slip-ups and shit like that, or not as many and all that. So I'm anxious to see what they can do in boxing, to be honest. Especially if they team up with like an Al Haymon, because that becomes easier. Instead of like scouting and waiting for people or buying them out of their contracts, like Rock Nation did with Ward and all this and that, they would be already working with established guys, Keith Thurman or Spence or whatever. Imagine that. What if the UFC put on Keith Thurman versus Spence? That shit crazy. UFC boxing, Thurman Spence. And see, the other thing that I like about it is Dana White's known in his world, in the MMA world. He's known. You know what I'm saying? So some people might gravitate. You know what I mean? All these MMA motherfuckers follow him on social media for MMA stuff. So when they see he's in boxing, they might be inclined to check out what he's posting about, what he's talking about. Like he's like, oh, I'm promoting Errol Spence versus Lamont Peterson or whatever. You know what I mean? People might be like, what's this? What's this Errol Spence guy about? So I actually like it. It's kind of like Mayweather-McGregor without an MMA fighter versus a boxer. Is coming into the boxing world. But I will say this to all you MMA people who've been on past videos talking about boxing is dead, boxing's dying, bro, get with it, boxing's dying, bro. You sound stupid, because if boxing was dying, why is UFC coming to boxing world to promote? You don't see Al Haymon saying, oh, I'm opening up an MMA organization, I'm gonna start MMA. You see UFC bowing down and coming, and that is a bow down. Why would they come into our world if it wasn't popping? So that boxing is dead from MMA maggots, that sounds stupid. You're gonna say it's dead, but y'all trying to get a piece of this action. That's like saying, I don't even know, I can't even think of an analogy, but I mean, it is what it is. But if boxing's dead, why are you trying to come over here? Can we get to 200 likes? I'm about to get out of here. Ego Army, Ego Mafia. See, actually, after we got them hot seats put out there, hit the like button. After we got them hot seats kicked up out of here early, the rest of the conversation has been very smooth. You notice people are just talking about boxing. Now, probably because we were talking about Wilder Joshua, so we know where that energy was coming from. We know that energy from fans that, for whatever reason, don't want to see the fight. But now that we stopped talking about Wilder Joshua, you notice, and I burned people in the hot seat, now we're all just talking about regular boxing, talking about some middleweight shit. But we will get over the hump of the best fights happening. And I'm realistic. I'm not saying Joshua has to fight Wilder, then Joseph Parker, then Tyson Fury. I'm not saying nothing like that. But it's not out of the question to want to see Wilder Joshua. You know what I mean? And I don't understand why fans would even be mad at that. No! I don't like seeing good fights. New man. Deontay Wilder still killing. Still killing. We up to 143 votes. Vote now at Boxingego. 21 hours left. 84% said Wilder. This is like astonishing. And some of y'all are like, oh, it's only 143 votes. I'm gonna put this on my Instagram where I have an even bigger following, and we're gonna really get to it. We're gonna really get to it. Who do you want to see Joshua fight next? We're gonna get to the bottom of this. See, I told you my Twitter's not the biggest at the moment, but the more people vote, the more the merrier. But now, see, y'all ain't playing, y'all ain't fucking with me. 77,000. I'm putting it on here too. We gonna get to the bottom of it. I got more followers up here. We gonna get to the bottom of this. I gotta put this on IG for my 77,000. I must have lost a couple followers because it's Wilder Joshua, because I was at 77.7 earlier today. I just hit that. We gonna get these polls out, and new media is gonna find out what the fans want. You know what I mean? Asking these random people in streets and shit, that don't really do nothing. That don't prove nothing. Because, like I said, I don't even know if they like sports at all. I don't know if they like boxing, UFC, but boxing, if you follow me, you probably follow me because of boxing. That's what, you know what I mean? That's what I blew up as. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. Believe it. Like a true story. Come to Death Row East. I told you, everything I did on the West Coast, this is a personification. We bringing that energy to boxing. Death Row East. Yo, let's 7 more likes and we're at 200. Let's do a boxing ego roll call. Let's get it. Where y'all at? Where y'all from? I'm about to go eat. Let's see if we can get 7 likes, man. I want to see champ versus champ. I feel you. Maryland in the building. VA. Where y'all at? Where y'all from? New Zealand. Dublin. See, we worldwide on this side. Chicago South Side. Miami, New York. Bronx. Tyler, Texas. I think Jamie Foxx is from Tyler. I don't know. Sanford, Florida. LBC, Chicago, Vegas. North Carolina. Milwaukee. Screwston, Texas. Pittsburgh. Hesperia. Toronto. 5 more likes. Florida. Horn Lake, Mississippi. Houston. Baltimore. Baton Rouge. London. Tucson. Lompoc. 4 more likes. Boston. LA 213. My girl Gracie Poo. Oh, he's from Terrell, Texas. That's right. East Oakland. Madison. Seattle. 2 more likes. If you in the stream, hit the like button. Georgia. Livermore, California. Philly. Chicago. Garfield Park Boxing. More stream coming. San Antonio. Montreal. We can go past 200. Y'all can keep liking. It's not a crime. Yeah, man. We're going to get to the bottom. I'm going to post this on Instagram, too. And then we're going to come discuss the results. See, everyone trying to act like no one knows Wilder? Okay, we're going to find out. I have 77,000 on Instagram. I know my YouTube following, what they want to see. We're going to see what Twitter world wants to see. You can go and vote on any of this stuff. I'm about to put it on Instagram. It'll be up soon, tonight. And then I'll read the results online. Peace out, y'all.